Welcome to Conversations with your host, Ron Bryant, who will engage in lively and informative dialogue with politicians, leaders, visiting celebrities, and individuals making a difference in the community fabric of Central Ohio.
On this edition of Conversations, I'll be checking out the Ronald McDonald House. The organization is the largest in the nation since it expanded in the last few years. For 3 decades, Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Ohio has been serving families with seriously ill children by providing a home away from home.
Megan, I just want to thank you for having us here at the Ronald McDonald House. The charities are so wonderful. You guys have been at it for about 30 years. Just talk about how great it's been.
This has been a wonderful addition that keeps just growing in the Columbus community as we continue to have wonderful physicians entering our area, helping families from all over the county, the state, the country, the world, who need a place to stay while their children are in the hospital. And we started in a 12-bedroom house where families were sharing a kitchen and a bathroom, and we were servicing one department at Nationwide Children's Hospital. And now we have 137 rooms. We're serving nearly 4,000 families a year, and we have a great opportunity to be here to provide the comforts of home so that families can be the best for their children.
Now, the original house had how many rooms?
12.
12 rooms.
Yes.
And then the next place that you had about 80 or so?
We moved to a 44-room house.
Okay.
And then we moved to an 80-room house.
There you go. And now we have
137 rooms.
On this new wing. Talk about the new wing.
So here we have a brand new wing, and that is featuring 42 new rooms here, as well as 5 single-family homes that are a part of our property. And those are really geared for long-term stays. So families that will be here 6 months or longer, or their family support system is more than the 4 individuals that would fit in a typical room.
How many Ronald McDonald houses are there nationally?
Nationally, there are 176. Internationally, there are 339.
And we are the largest
in the entire world.
My. How does that make you feel?
It's amazing to be a part of a place where families are going through so much and are so strong, and that we get to be here is a really special part of making this something so bad have some good memories and something tolerable for our family.
Right. Now, you have relationships, of course, with Nationwide Children's Hospital and Ronald McDonald, the McDonald Corporation, actually. Talk about those relationships.
Sure. So Nationwide Children's Hospital provides us about 90% of our families that are staying here every night. But what you don't know necessarily is that families that have children in a pediatric bed in Central Ohio are welcome to stay here. So they could have a child in the Mount Carmel system, at Ohio State, in the Ohio Health System. All of those families, as long as they have a child in the hospital in Central Ohio, are welcome to use this facility. So that is a great partnership with all the hospital systems in Columbus. We are lucky to be the Ronald McDonald House and to have one of our largest and our largest supporter be McDonald's. They provide us with 12% of our operating budget every year. They are a voice and a face and have helped us really build a brand in the community so that people know that the Ronald McDonald House is a home away from home for people.
The Ronald McDonald House is a home away from home.
Absolutely.
Talk about life in the Ronald McDonald House.
So everything that you need and do every day, we try to have here at the Ronald McDonald House. When you think about getting up in the morning and grabbing breakfast, when you need to hop on the computer and send an email to family or do a load of laundry, those are all things that we have here at the Ronald McDonald House.
I can cook breakfast?
You can cook your own breakfast. You might have a hot breakfast waiting for you. You might wake up to the smell of bacon or sausage.
All righty then. All right.
And then you have grab-and-go breakfast. So if you need to get over to the hospital for a doctor's visit, grab a granola bar and be on your way. That's all available here. We have kitchens here so families can regularly cook their own food that they like, that's their comfort food.
Yes, yes.
And we have a wonderful support group in the community. So lots of community groups, corporations, churches, families come and make meals for families staying at the Ronald McDonald House. So every day they will have at least one hot meal provided by someone in the community.
That is awesome. So talking about the families, talk about the range of families internationally. They're coming in from all parts of the world, all parts of the nation. Talk about that.
Absolutely. So we have some of the best physicians in the world right here in Columbus, Ohio. We're really lucky to live in Columbus, Ohio. And so with that comes families from all over the country and all over the world, and they're coming here because they need the care of the physicians that are here at Nationwide Children's Hospital. And that care has brought them here, and they're getting their footing. They're finding their way through all of the treatments that their children are going through, and to maybe living in not only a new community, but a new culture. So when that happens, we want to be here, and we pair with the services at the hospital to make sure that their stay here is comfortable, providing language support, providing transportation, all the things that they would need to get settled in a new area.
Talk about those special needs that are met.
Sure. So we have had several special families that have come from different countries. One that we can talk about is a family that came from Italy. They had been through all of the opportunities that they could have found in that country and within Europe, and really found that the best doctor for them was here at Nationwide Children's. So this was the opportunity for their son to be healthy, or to find some answers to what was going on. So they came here, and they brought their whole family here and started treatment. And their son has done really, really well. And they now not only have stayed at the Ronald McDonald House, but are actually a member of our community, because they will always seek the care of that physician. So now this family from Italy is a resident in Columbus, Ohio. But that was after spending nearly 2 years here at the Ronald McDonald House while they were going through the treatment and figuring out what those next steps would be. So when you talk about this being a home away from home, this might be a couple night stay, but it could be a couple year stay, depending on the treatment of their child. So we need to give them what they need every day.
So you're sensitive to the needs, you're sensitive to the lifestyle, and you're sensitive to, of course, all the things that make up those families and, help them to do what they do.
Absolutely. Even down to a toothbrush. So, families come and they didn't wake up in the morning knowing that they were going to come to the Ronald McDonald House. Something has happened throughout that day, and now they're here. And so we need to make sure that they can run over here and grab a quick nap or a quick shower and be able to brush their teeth or grab a change of clothes even, so that we can provide them those things, so that their main priority is being at the hospital.
So about how many families you have right now?
Right now, we are about 90% full, even with the expansion.
Okay, okay.
More than 1 million Americans are living with HIV. But nearly 2/3 do not get the care they need to stay healthy. And transmissions from those not getting care account for 9 in 10 new HIV infections. Diagnosis and care can improve the lives of people with HIV and reduce the likelihood of transmitting the virus to others. 100 people who don't know they have HIV transmit the virus to nearly 7 new people each year. But that rate drops rapidly as people go through care. Every year, 100 people who have HIV under control through medication infect less than 1. But today, just 30% have the virus under control, and 50,000 people become newly infected each year. Improving the health of people living with HIV today could prevent the vast majority of new infections tomorrow.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second and a third. Believe in us, Invest in us. Watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
So these are typical guest rooms. Everything a family could need. And when families come to us, they have filled out some paperwork to tell us what their needs are, so that when they show up, we have the room that they need waiting for them. So the wives and girlfriends of the Blue Jackets players created this really special room for our families. So when families are here, we have the siblings that are often with the families as well. So we've got healthy siblings in the hospital trying to figure out what's going on, and they get a chance to come and have tea. So this is the Safe Light Auto Glass Serenity Rooftop Garden. I want to show you over the corner over here. We have a playhouse city, if you will, with the cars and the houses that kids can play in, the playground, and then we have a healing garden over here. And then these 3 homes and 2 homes over here are our long-term family stay homes.
Okay.
And this was actually done by our volunteers. Our volunteers came together and our staff came together and really laid every little tile to make this come together. So we had a Red Shoe member who created the design of the seasons, because when families are here, they're going through many different seasons all at once. And so then they came together and broke the pieces and laid them all out to make this vision kind of come together. So we have all of the local sports teams represented in the house, and it really truly started with the Mata family in OSU basketball. So when Buckeye Hall of Fame Cafe closed,
There you go.
we were the recipients of some of the really cool stuff. And the athletes are involved here. So curl up with a good book and our big teddy bear. I know we're walking around here and it seems quiet and there are no families here, but they're at the hospital during the day. But at night when you come here, families are in here reading together, picking out books for the next day. Some good pictures of the Matas. So this is the room that the Mata family put together. And their family has remained so involved and committed to us. Stress relief for families is a big deal. This is a great place to make it happen.
Oh my goodness.
So we had a workout room and the Columbus crew came in and said, I want to make this something fun for the families.
Since the Affordable Care Act was signed into law in 2010, 28 states plus DC have expanded Medicaid, and millions have gained coverage through Medicaid or CHIP. Millions of young adults have gained coverage through their parents' plan. Americans saved $9 billion because insurance companies must spend at least 80 cents of every premium dollar on health care. 9.4 million seniors and people with disabilities saved more than $15 billion on prescription drugs. Nearly $1,600 per beneficiary. Nearly 11.7 million Americans are signed up for coverage through the health insurance marketplace. The ACA has helped achieve an historic reduction in the uninsured. To date, 16.4 million uninsured people have gained health care coverage. The Affordable Care Act, 5 years of providing access to affordable, quality health coverage.
A number, you could make it ballpark, you probably know the figure that you've served since you opened.
So we have been serving nearly 3,000 families a year, and we're upping our families probably to around 4,000 families a year now with the expansion open.
Fantastic. So just talk about, some of the other things in terms of the community and the outreach. You say you have a large base of supporters and volunteers. Talk about them.
We are so lucky to have our volunteers. So we have over 350 volunteers that we call our housewarmers. Housewarmers, and they do exactly that. They make this a warm and comfortable place for our families. They are coming and they are helping us change rooms over so they're ready for the next family, doing the laundry, greeting you at the front desk. Yes. They are an intricate part of how we do our day-to-day and make this feel like a home and not a hotel. Those are our housewarmers. On top of that, we have great community support, phenomenal community support, making sure that we have meals. So community groups are coming in and providing meals. Community groups will come in and do special cleaning projects. We have a fairly large campus now, so landscaping opportunities become important. There are several Girl Scout troops, Boy Scout troops, or younger individuals who have gotten involved in service projects for us. If they're making blankets to be a part of our welcome bags for families, or snack packs that families can take so that they have some nutrition throughout the day. This is a place that everyone can get involved with, that they can feel and touch and be a part of and know why they're doing it.
Now, I noticed the red boots all around. Talk about those boots, because those look like Ron's boots.
They are close to Ronald's boots, but they are a part of this room, and this room is put together by our Red Shoe Society. So we have a phenomenal group of young professionals that are another level of support and volunteers. Our Red Shoe Society is our young professionals that come here and get involved in the house, whether that's service and providing breakfast for families, or if it's a part of putting together fundraisers. This is a really involved group that we really see as the future leadership of the Ronald McDonald House. So there's great networking that happens between these young professionals, as well as the opportunity to be engaged with our board.
That is so tremendous. I just want to know, if I wanted to volunteer, or if someone viewing us wanted to volunteer, or their organization, office, corporate area, wants to get together with you, how would they contact you?
They can get on our website and learn a lot about different volunteer opportunities, as well as get our contact information. So it's www.rmhc-centralohio.org. And that's a great way to learn about all the ways you can get involved, even collecting pop tabs. So we've talked about doing things, but things that you can do on your own, in your own office or your own home.
Yes.
Those little tabs on the top of a pop can are a really big deal for us. So we encourage...
From art perspective, or...?
Well, they are pretty artistic, but we do actually recycle them. And so the money that we receive from recycling them goes into supporting family stays. And when you think about how little that pop tab is, you might not realize that last year, thanks to all our community support, it was $19,000 in our budget.
My goodness, that is so wonderful.
And if pop isn't your thing, or soda or Coke, whatever you want to call it, also wish list items. So we all have our own grocery list.
Holidays are coming up. Yeah.
Absolutely, and we all have our own grocery list, things that we need every week. Some weeks it's Pop-Tarts or toilet paper. Well, we're just one big home. So we have our own wish list that we also publish on the website, and that shows what we need at this time. Might be toilet paper, might be cleaning supplies, might be easy-go mac and cheese. Things that are quick and easy for our families to grab and that help us better serve families because we're not inheriting the cost of those supplies.
Well, again, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to speak, have the opportunity to check out the Ronald McDonald House, and of course, get the word out to the community for those that haven't had the opportunity to check this place out and those that haven't had the opportunity to assist with you or volunteer. We want to try to make that happen.
We really invite people to come and be a part of the Ronald McDonald House in the best way possible for them. This is a place that is a home because of our community.
Any final words?
We're really excited that you're here, and we're excited that we have opened an expansion that, yes, makes us the world's largest Ronald McDonald House, but really is here to provide a home away from home for our families.
Thank you so very much. Appreciate it.